Hey everyone, this is Christopher. This is going to be another one of my soapbox videos. Haven't done these in over a year or so, but I thought I'd try to start again here and see what I could do. I want to talk about something that I've been kind of upset about as of late that I just discovered, and recently it's been announced that places that deal in physical media, people stores that sell DVDs, Blu-rays, the 4K Ultra Blu-rays, stores that sell those places like Best Buy, Target, Walmart. There's talk about how at the start of the new quarter in 2024 that locations like Best Buy in particular, they're going to be cease in selling Blu-rays. Now, while part of me is upset about this and is totally ticked off at the fact that because Best Buy was one of the locations that I'd always used to go to get some great titles in physical media, be it on DVD or Blu-ray or 4K Ultra Blu-ray. And now the fact that they're going to be discontinuing that service, it kind of limits the possibilities of where to go to for great titles, not just great new releases, but also where to find great older classics. And Best Buy was probably the best one that delved into that market more so than either Target or Walmart. Now, while part of me is upset about this, I really can't be all that surprised considering the state of affairs, what's going on right now in terms of the streaming service and how everything is available on streaming services. And I kind of predicted this would be the case. It was the death knell for video stores more than 15 years ago. And I remember this because I used to work for a video store. For 10 years, I worked for a video store in Fort Lauderdale called Hollywood Video. I worked all the way up to an assistant manager. And over the 10 years, we did our damnedest to have the best titles available for our guests to rent and to buy, whether it be in VHS, DVD, Blu-ray at the time. And we really managed to we felt we had a pulse on what the people wanted. Then, when Blockbuster partnered up with Netflix for a streaming service, that was kind of an indication that something is totally off base or something has gone wrong. And it hit me the most because we wound up our company went out of business back in end of January 2008. And I thought that, okay, there's not going to be places to go rent, still going to be places to go and buy. And there were places to go to buy great, movies that would be selling and making money. As time progressed, certain sales stores and record stores were being closed down in my area. There were very few and far places to go to. The few places that were selling that kind of stuff was, as I said before, it was either Target, Walmart, and it was Best Buy. Best Buy, in my opinion, had the better offer, and they made sure that in addition to what they had to offer in terms of electrical supplies, ranging from refrigerators, microwave ovens, computers, cell phones, whatever, that they never lost the touch on where to do with selling of movies. Now that they've made the announcement that they're not going to be continuing selling physical media in their stores, and I'm not sure of the full story as to whether they're going to be continuing for their online, for continuing to do sales via online. I do not know the status of that, but I just feel that this is tragic, kind of what's going on here right now. And I touched on this briefly when I made my recent video. Recent, it was a couple of months ago, on when my video on the history and home media about the Superman film franchise, about how I was talking about how the 2001 director's edition of Superman the movie had not been available in the new 4K Ultra format. I talked about the fact that you have a movie that is essentially, a part of not just, as I said, not comic book history, but also film history. And I would be under the assumption that people would want to go hear from the director of that film. That's one of the cool things about when you have a thing like a Blu-ray. It gives you the choice and the option to either watch it with a specific audio and 5.1 surround sound to give it that full theater aspect. It gives you the choice if you want to listen to the commentary track from the directors. It gives you a choice. And right now, it seems like we are losing that ability to choose. It seems like that everything what seemed to be solid is now evaporating, and I'm concerned that whilst I don't think it's going to be dead, I'm concerned about the future of physical media. I mean, as great as the streaming services are, and I was hesitant about taking part into streaming services, but excuse me, I adapted. I got into for sites like not just iTunes, but also Google Play, Vudu, or Vudu Fandango, which is now called Movies Anywhere. Services that are not so much a subscription service where you have to pay a monthly fee like you do with Netflix or anything of the kind, or Disney Plus or whatever, but it's just it's a way to store and save current movies that you currently have on the physical sites in a streaming format, so that way if you're on the road, if you're away, you can easily queue up that video on your phone or whatever, or on your computer, and just play it from there. I give you the option to do what you wanted to do. It's just a necessity that I felt would be needed. But nowadays it seems like with what has been going on in Hollywood, I'm guessing there's not that much of a demand for people to do these things or to have the choice of freedoms, because it's all set about doing certain things a certain way, and they don't want to go back to how it was before. But it was working when it was under the old format. It was working. You try changing that format to adapt it for something new, and it doesn't work. But yet you keep. It's like it's like Robin Williams once said that insanity is a definition of repeating the same action, and you're expecting a different outcome. And it's doing all of these ridiculous things, hoping to get a better outcome, and yet it's not existing because you messed with the way the formula was working. And as much as people are telling you to go back to use that formula, you're set against it. You don't want to go back. It's not, you figure you won't, because whether it will be a matter of pride or just the embarrassment of saying that you were proven wrong or whatever, they don't want to go back to how it worked. They think, oh no, we tried it that way. I don't like it that way. I want to try it a new way. Well, the new way is not working. Whatever way they were planning on doing it before is not working. Stick with the basics. Stick with how the program worked, and then everything will fall into place. But people don't want to do that. And I don't know whether it's being stubbornness or stupidity, but it seems like that the demand for doing things, making things available in the format of physical media, to have certain titles available is going to be slipping away, because there are certain films have been acquired by certain studios, not the same name, any names, but Disney, who, when they made the deal with 20th Century Fox for some of their titles, a lot of 20th Century Fox titles are hidden in the vaults, and it's up to a studio like either 20th Century Studio, or I should say 20th Century Studios now, it's not Fox anymore, 20th Century Studios, or for Disney to release those videos or those movies available in a new home video format. But with the decline of physical media existing for certain stores, there's no telling if they're going to be able to do anything like that. And I'm sorry, I think it's just a big mistake. I really think that they're not thinking this through. They thinking, oh, we got what's going on. Let's focus on selling other things. Let's not worry about selling physical media. Let's focus on selling these refrigerators, all these microwave ovens, sell these computers, sell these cell phones. Focus on our main product. And I'm pretty sure that even the employees over at who work in Best Buy, they're ticked off by it too. They don't want to see them lose a good thing they have with their physical media. It's the same thing they went through before when they stopped selling music CDs. I remember at the local Best Buy that I used to go to in Fort Lauderdale, they had a great selection of music DVDs. In fact, that was where I had purchased a lot of my old Beatles CDs, which sadly I don't have anymore, but it's a separate story. But that's where I used to go when I purchased, when the hypes around the Beatles anthology had come out. That was the place to go to get those CDs at an affordable price, by the way, which was unheard of at the time. But then again, they stopped selling music CDs, and now they're doing the same thing again. They're trying to get away with not selling physical media. There has to be a better way. There has to be a better solution to this. Some way, somewhere, somehow, there's got to be a way for physical media to still exist for fans of the like, who still want to go and either get that certain film on either in a box set or 4K Ultra, and do the things to enjoy about having in a home theater setup. I don't know if what I've been saying for the past 13 minutes and 20 seconds has made any sense here, but again, this is just me off my soapbox, just speaking from my mind here. If anybody was tuning in to listen to what I had to say, thank you for putting up with me for the past 13 and a half minutes, and hope you'll check out some of my other videos. I am definitely going to be going back and doing some of those reactors compilations. I'm going to try to see if I can do one for First Blood and for Superman the movie. I attempted to work on Superman, but when I had tried, I was getting the notices about copyright, whatever. So I think I got to change it up or try something a little bit different. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up my stance on the soapbox here by just saying thanks all for tuning in. Thanks for hearing me, allowing me to speak my mind. And I will hopefully see you all soon next time on the soapbox. Take care and have a good night, folks. Good night.